Hey, welcome back. Um, so yeah, I mean, I talk enough about dating stuff in the vlog, so it's okay that I talk about like this book for 3 days, right? Team of Rivals. I need stuff to talk about. All I care, Vault, how are you doing? That's all I care about, because you're the only one who really watches these, so if you're happy, then I'm happy. Oh, that was easy. I'm gonna save. I had one because I have one little tiny point, one more point to talk about with Team of Rivals. One minute thing. It was kind of an awesome thing. Oh, sorry, that was probably loud. Kind of an awesome thing that the writer of the book, Doris Kearns Goodwin or whatever, she just kind of drops this little bomb when she's talking about Dred Scott, and it's awesome. So Dred Scott was the case where slave was like freed and had to go back to his owner or something. I don't remember it exactly, but the Supreme Court ruled that they had this super harsh ruling that, like, yeah, black people are property. How do I get him to stay, though? How do I do this? I'm just gonna sit here until I figure it out. Let's watch together the video. Let's watch. So this is the guy here. Then what's the next screen? Wait, what? Uh-oh. Go back here. Okay, let's see what we do. We use the what? I don't have any magic, though. Okay, how does that work? Okay. Like I cheated. I don't have any magic, I don't think. Used Quake. Can I use Quake? Ooh. Oops. Just gotta get right up in his grill. No? I don't know how to do this. How do I see the ground? Sorry, this is distracting. I knew that was gonna happen. So the Supreme Court had a super harsh ruling that was like, black people are property, and of course you have to return them because they're less than human. And it was just kind of like a non sequitur, I think, but the writer of the book was just like, people remember Dred Scott's name more than they remember the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court in 1850 or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's so good. Yeah. Like, Dred Scott was more important than this stupid Supreme Court justice. Who cares? Racist idiot. Like, he went so far above what was necessary. That's what she was saying. Like, he was starting to rule on stuff that wasn't even relevant to the case. And he's just like, yeah, black people are... And you're just going off. Super racist, crazy. The Chief Justice was bad guy. No. Do it. Okay. Think I can get that heart? Nope. You go up like this, and then like this, and then like that. Okay, I'm gonna save. So what was my note for the day? Oh, this is, yeah, let's talk, we haven't talked about COVID in a while, let's do it. Because I mentioned I went to dinner with some people from work, and they were talking about COVID. I didn't say anything, obviously. Like, I'm not going to talk about how my day was. I'm not going to get into a controversial topic with these people, like, whoa, actually, COVID is, like, actually bad, so. one of the people from work was saying, like, they were trying to justify, like, come on, like, we should be able to go back to work and go to the office. Like, this COVID thing's, like, we have the vaccine, it's not that bad. I don't understand what these guys do. Like, you have to hit them from behind. But I don't know what's going on. The whiz robes, right? These are like skeletal whiz robes. Okay. So it's like really important to me, like I'm noticing, because I'm not a scientist really, the importance of this big thing that keeps coming up is like anecdotal. People use anecdotal stuff all the time to prove whatever they want. So this lady was saying, like, I know someone who works, like, she's a mortician, and he was telling me that they'll pay you, like the government or something will pay you money if someone has COVID in their system and they die, but they don't die from COVID, like they just have a car crash or something, and you write it down as a death from COVID, they'll give you money or something. First of all, I mean, that's kind of fishy. Like, is that true? But I believe her. Like, she's a good person. She wouldn't lie about that. Why would she lie? She'd have no reason to lie. So I'm like, okay, I believe what she's saying. That anecdote is true. And I was like, what did I say? It's a pretty powerful and believable anecdote to me. Like, I could believe that the government would do that. Why not? Okay, this is tricky. Wait, I want that though. I want that magic. I need that magic. Okay. I need magic. What do I do? What do I do if I don't got magic? Okay. Overcounting COVID deaths because mortician she knows gets money from marketing. Powerful. If I'm not willing to do the math, I'll trust the exercise. It's a measure. They better give me magic or I'm gonna kill somebody. But not with magic, because I don't have any. Come on. Oh no, what do I do? I don't know what to do. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna use the potion. Didn't want to do it, but I'm gonna save before I do it. Whatever, I got 3 other more potions. So what I did was I looked online. I did my research. I kind of just Googled around, like, is the government paying people for, like, motorcycle deaths, and they're marking them as COVID? And that might be happening. It didn't say that it wasn't happening. But what they said is, like, you can be pretty confident in the number of deaths that we're seeing because we check it against excess deaths, which is, of course, like a thing I've heard before. But I read a couple articles that was like, it's pretty, like, you know, when you look at excess deaths and, like, you kind of factor in all these different things, like, oh, because they were saying, because COVID caused such a crazy thing with lockdowns and stuff, like, there could be different variables that are factoring into the excess deaths. Maybe people are dying more because they can't go outside or something. But, or like there's more suicides, they were saying. But they were looking at the article. Like, I'm not a scientist. I'm not gonna go spend 1,000 years on this. I just trust them. Like, it seemed like the math checks out. I don't know. And I'll save. I'm gonna save. Like, if you're gonna disprove that, you're gonna have to give me better science and better evidence. You can't just do it with more anecdotes. Like, that's not proof. That's not better proof. Research papers on excess deaths, that's the best proof we have of, okay, 800,000, what they were saying is between 800,000 and 870,000 people, we're pretty confident have died because of COVID. Like, maybe there is an aspect of it that's like, oh, they're marking deaths, but it's like, it's negligible, I guess. It doesn't affect anything. Oh, what's happening? Okay, so I gotta do the one on the right first. This is kind of a fun last dungeon. Ugh. If I wasn't having to talk over it, it would be a lot more fun. Okay, this is hard. Okay, this is gonna be hard. I can already tell. This is gonna take a while. Because you can't... My god, this is hard. And you fall down? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I might have to do this in the break. This is ridiculous. Okay, I have an idea of what to do, I think. I have my therapy appointment at... now how do I get that one? At 7 o'clock today, so I have to end. So yeah, I mean, just... I fall victim to it too. It's like I hear a powerful anecdotal story, and I'm like, well, maybe COVID's not that bad. I mean, I was thinking that. I was believing this lady, because I'm like, she's... And so she's saying, like, oh, the COVID deaths are overcounted because of this. Making kind of a generalization off an anecdote. Can't do it. You have to look it up and see what scientists are saying. That's all you can do, is get the best information possible. Like, maybe scientists are wrong about a certain thing, but until you come up with better science, I'll trust the scientists, right? That's all I can do. I trust the scientists when I use my car, or when I use my computer, or when I cook my food. Like, it says on the package to cook your food to 300 degrees. Well, who came up with that, right? A scientist. They're like, bacteria dies at 300 degrees. If you tell me your mom ate a chicken and she didn't cook it and she didn't get sick, so like then you don't have to cook your chicken, that's what you're doing when you're just doing anecdotes, right? And I sound like an idiot, right? I mean, everybody knows this, but this lady at work didn't know that. She was just going off an anecdote. She never looked it up. She just heard something from somebody, and she didn't do her research. I always hate that. Do your research. But like, actually do your research. Don't do your confirmation bias. Like, try to get the best information. I mean, I don't know. I'm being a little priggish. Because I did just Google it, and I came up with like 2 articles, and I was like, oh, so... And that satisfied me. So if the 2 articles I found were like, oh, this research paper says that COVID's dumb, then maybe I would believe that. But the 2 that I found seem to be pretty good. I don't know. I guess that's another skill you have to be, is just like how to know what's a good source and what's a bad source. Okay, whatever. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.